Welcome back. Game 3 of 4 in this Sunday session in the HART Sapphire Series for 2021. It's Carina Leagues Club Tigers sitting in 6th, taking on the Wildcats sitting in 7th, and they probably can't make the final 4. Oh, Tigers with it all to do. They need everything to go their way, including a win for this one. We're coming to you live from Nissan Arena. My name is Dave Mills, joined in commentary by... I'm going to call you a guru now, netball guru, Hannah Davies.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the coverage. This should be a pretty good game, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. 6 and 7 on the ladder, so it'll be a tight one, that's for sure.
Well, the ladder, we did mention it before. I called it at the end of the last game. It's Cougars 195. They won today. They're on top of the table. QUT, they won against the Rays. They're 176. USQ Jets 154. We drop down to the Tigers. Now, they're sitting in 63 and 6th. Bull Sharks play next. They're in 88. So they're looking for the Bull Sharks to lose and for them to pick up a lazy 18 points. And they will be just climbing up that ladder, tracing the race for 4th. Well, let's look at the lineups. We'll start with the Tigers. And the Tigers, of course, led by their captain. She is an incredible player, Amy Summerall at GA. The GS is Abigail Latu-Miafau. Wing attack, Jada Gaffer. Centre is Ali McLeod. Alice Morger is the wing defence. Ree Childs comes in at GD for Shelley Rosenoff. GK is Lynette Childs. That leaves a bench of Tash Robinson, Lily Gray and Shelley Rosenoff. Erin Burns is the coach. Assistant Megan Snell and Ashley Nadamu is the manager. Let's look at the Wildcats. They've had a difficult year. Won some games early, but they have struggled a bit lately. They are coached by Megan Lynch. Shooter is Brianna Gregory. Josephine Bingham been brilliant at GA. Wing attack, Jessica Donnelly. Courtney Baird is the centre. Brittany Mole, the captain at wing defence. Hallie Geyer is the GD, and Hayley Mulheron is the goalkeeper. That leaves a bench of Madison Fallon, Amaris Toya, Liliane Rennie. Assistant coach Corinne Robinson, and Merrin McCulloch is the manager. So at this stage, I'd just like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this great game is taking place. The Turrbal people, the Jagera people, and pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. And extend that respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching today. The umpires for the big one, game 3 today, is Rachel Thomas and Kelly Finlay, with Jessica Lakeman, the third umpire, or the reserve. There they are. There's the umpires. Looking forward to the big one from them. So what are your thoughts on this one, Hannah?
Look, I'm expecting the Tigers to take this one out. I'm pretty excited. Both circles, of course, I love seeing the Charles sisters play together. And up the other end, we've got Somerville and Latu-Miafau, who are both very dominant shooters. So for me, this one's going to the Tigers.
Well, let's look at some stats. The Tigers come to this one, they're averaging 45.6. The Wildcats are averaging 41.5. Defensively, not a lot between them either. Wildcats averaging 55 goals allowed, and the Tigers are 54. So everything says this should be close. And I think if you cast your mind back, the last time these two teams met, it was a draw. They played back in round 3, 46 all, Tigers and Wildcats. So that was a great game. Head-to-head, Wildcats lead it 4-0 with one draw. So the Wildcats have had the wood over the Tigers over the years. Last week, Wildcats lost to the Bull Sharks 52-33, but the Tigers beat the Rays 60-49. So everything is in readiness. Are you going to give me a margin, Hannah D?
Wildcats by 4.
You've been pretty close. Wildcats by 4.
Oh, no, sorry. I just said Tigers.
No. Millions
Tigers
of viewers heard
by,
you say 4.
Tigers by 4.
So Wildcats by 4, Hannah D.
Oh, no.
I'm going Tigers by, well, I like 27, so I'm going to
I meant to
stick
say
with
Tigers because I just said that I thought they were going to
Yeah,
win.
jump and ship. Heard I wanted the Tigers, so jump ship. So everything's in readiness, just waiting for the umpires. Let's look at the shooters. You mentioned Amy Summerall is their lead shooter.
Yes.
128 out of 161 at 80%. Abigail Latu-Miafau hasn't played a lot of matches. She is 90 out of 107 at 84. So Tigers get us underway, and immediately it's in the hands of their captain, Somerville. So a must-win game for the Tigers. They need all the quarters, and they need a lot to go their way if they're still to make the 4. Mathematically, they're a chance. And this game, if they don't win it, it's pretty much done for the season for them, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say so. So Tash Robinson is actually taking court for the Tigers.
Well, Latu-Miafau, if I look at the bench, she's not even on the bench. Actually, it's a pretty skinny bench. There's only one player there at the moment. We can see Shelley Rosenoff on the physio's table at the moment. So I hope she hasn't done a warm-up injury. So,
yeah, that's unexpected from the Tigers, but it'll be a great opportunity for Tash Robinson.
So Robinson, she has some pretty impressive stats. She's only scored 50 goals out of only 56 shots, 89%. That makes her number 2 in the league on percentage. So,
bit of a shaky start from her today, but
of course it is. I talked her up.
the Tigers will get the throw in. It's the cat fight today.
The cat fight.
Tigers versus Wildcats.
Would you back a Tiger over a Wildcat in the wild?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
I
okay, well, you would. And you back him by what, 7 or 8?
4.
4. Just checking to see if it changed again. So Tigers lead early 2-0. As I see Rosanoff coming to the bench, she's got a shoe in hand. Looks like there's Abigail Latu-Mearfowl, so she might have been a late arrival, but she's jumping on the physio's bench as well.
Yeah, she's got the training shirt on as well, so doesn't look quite ready to.
I don't think she'll be taking the court in this quarter. Might be going through the stretching process, etc. Yeah, she's running behind the grandstand there. So a shot there from the Tigers misses. It falls away of the Wildcats, but they get it back through an offside call. Somerville gets us going. Oh, nice play by her. Nice and close. Well, it's a dream start for the Tigers. They lead it by 3, and we've only played 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's a great start from them. Really strong. You can see Somerville clapping the hands. She wants this win for her side.
So Josephine Bingham's done a ton of work this season. Really been running that offense with Donnelly. And,
good pick up there from Ree Childs.
They swing it across
to McLeod.
McLeod's been playing a bit of wing defence. He's at centre today. Oh, great work there. That is a brilliant take. That's Courtney Baird. And we've had some changes aplenty. That's Donnelly at centre, and Baird has gone to wing attack. So another late change there for the Wildcats. We weren't handed that change. But anyway, moving on. So Brianna Gregory with it. And likes to be called Midge. I have no idea why. 3-1, Wildcats. You think of midges as small things, but Brianna's quite tall, so I'm not sure where that comes from. Of course, you can join us on the Facebook page. Maybe you know why she's called Midge. Let us know. HartSapphireSeries.com.au. Go to our YouTube channel through the week. And for all the news, views and interviews, go to SapphireSeries.com.au. So, any ideas why she should be called Midge?
Oh, I've got no clue.
No clue? Fair enough.
Definitely asking the wrong person there.
Respect your honesty. So, lots of people online already giving us a shout out. A lot of Brisbane East netball fans. And another goal there to the Wildcats. It's 4-2. Tigers led early 3-zip. So they're starting to get into lead. Wildcats starting to find their range. If I recall this game late in the final quarter, Tigers led by 6. Wildcats led by 6, and Tigers came in with wet sail. Had a shot to win it after the buzzer just rimmed out. And that was why that game ended in a draw. Wildcats looked like they were going to get the biscuits all match, basically, until that last quarter, and a late run by the Tigers got them home. Tash Robinson continuing these impressive stats. She's 3 from 4. Out shooting Amy Somerville, which is tough to do. She's 2 from 3. And Wildcats, hand in there from Monga, gets caught for the contact. It's an interchangeable mid-court, isn't it? Like we've had Gaffer at different times, and they sort of mix it up a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, each week seems to be different starting 7 for the Tigers, other than Amy Somerville, really.
So back with Tigers now. It's their centre pass, 5-3. Margin is 2. And Mulholland hunting. Oh, went for the ball there, didn't get it. Leaves a 2-on-1 in the circle. Robinson swallows that shot easily. She's looked impressive today, Hannah.
Yeah, Tash Robinson's a pretty calm player. She doesn't play every week as such, but when she does, she certainly gives it her all.
Great team defence here by the Tigers. They force the hell ball. They get it again now. Pace and McLeod tears through the mid. They're looking in. Nothing to find. Finds Robinson. No, this time it opens up beautifully for Somerville. Both defenders split, leaving Somerville under the post by herself.
Yeah, and Ali McLeod is really just holding off Donnelly there in her movement down. You can see she likes to find the body so that she knows exactly where to move around.
Just ran into the back of her own player. The task gave her a shove. Get out of my way. She is got speed to burn at the moment. Loose hands here. Mould finds Gregory out of the circle. That's not where you want her. Bingham comes through, doesn't get it. Contact called.
Bit of a slip there.
It's with Bingham, who throws it away, unfortunately not able to be pulled in by Gregory.
It was definitely the right idea to go low, but I think there was just a bit too much power on that pass. Probably needed a roll around.
A roll around?
Yeah, like rolling the ball.
I get it.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Oh, great hands there.
That's Gaia. And, obstruction call here on Gaffer, I think it is. Mulherron will get us going again. 7-3, margin 4. Tigers doing everything right so far in their quest for the 4. We've got a clash of bodies here. A bit of a hug. Mould and Malga come together. Mould gets the call. And away they go. Oh, nice pass here. Oh, Gregory off a... Looked like it came off a noggin.
Gregory's just struggling to pull it in a bit right now. I think the pace of the ball is perhaps tad bit too fast. Probably just need an extra second from her feeders to let Gregory find her feet.
So Bingham with the nice handoff gives it to Gregory, and the Wildcats get goal number 4. And margin is just 3. Gregory comes out again. She's coming out of the circle a lot today.
A lot of physicality in that circle as well. The Child sisters sticking so tight, particularly on Gregory. Beautiful movement there from Bingham.
Bingham drove around beautifully, then cut the base. A lot of the GAs sort of continue that arc. Gregory did a straight line, cut the angle towards the hoop, and got the reward. Gets her shot away. That's 2 from 2 for her, early stages. And we're back with McLeod, finds Robinson. McLeod again, that's a great feed into the captain. And Amy Somerville just seems to get better every time we see her play. She's now 4 from 5. And again, Wildcats now through the pace. There's a bit of pace to burn in this mid-third at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, certainly is. A lot of body on body. Mould moves it down. Fiery ball from Bed.
Who's that on the
deck.
floor?
Desperation there.
We'll have to get the sponges out for that one. Nice feed here. Finds Gregory. She shoots and misses. Play on, says the umpire. Gregory gets her own rebound eventually.
And Bingham has been confident on the post so far, but just can't finish it off. Perhaps the physicality of the circle rocking them a little bit when they get the chance to shoot.
Unfortunately missed the shot, but still with the Wildcats, so all is not lost. Oh, classy pass there from Bingham.
Yeah, it was a great play there. The little fake, a double play, and the flick over to Gregory.
Back to 2, 8-6. Tigers led by as much as 4. And a must-win game for them, as we've said, and we'll probably say a lot. If they want to make the 4, they're going to win all 4 quarters. And Somerville with it now. Contact call here on Donnelly. It's a nice matchup, this. Donnelly on McLeod.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I feel like they're really evenly matched players.
Of course, Donnelly was broke a wrist, ran into a wall up at Moray Field.
Oh my God.
Played with a cast for a couple of weeks, and now she's back good as gold. So she's had a tough season. And
that would have been round 1, wouldn't it?
1 or 2. We were up there for the first 2. I just can't remember which one it was. It was very early on. Missed the game. Next thing you know, I thought she'd be out for the season. She's back. Got the specially approved cast. Played a few games with that, and now she's back good as gold. So Gregory with it now. She's back as good as gold as well. So 9-7. It's going to be a close one there. My 27's looking doubtful again. One day I'll get that right. So back with the Tigers. Fight across, Childs with it now. Oh, contact call here. That was a bit late there. So Baird and of course Baird and of course McLeod were teammates at Cougars.
Cougars, there you go. That would have been the year that they won.
Indeed. You're welcome. Fun fact. So.
Thank you. I love a fun fact.
You do love a fun fact.
That was, of course, last year, wasn't it?
I've been a bit slack in my fun facts today. So, well, we had the 300th goal to Adams Tahara. That was a fun fact. We did.
That was a great statistic. Such high numbers for a lot of our shooters. Speaking of shooters, there's Gregory under the post.
Gregory, she's missed a few games through injury. 136 out of 172 coming into this one. That's 79%. Josephine Bingham, 134 out of 170. Look at that. Bingham and Gregory had the same number of shots, 172 each. One's at 79%, one's at 78%. That's pretty impressive. So sharing the workload, those two. And Amaris Toya, the third shooter, 54 out of 72 at 75. So away we go. It's loose ball here. It's still with the Tigers. Robinson will get the throw in. Robinson, you'd be surprised to know that she has the second highest percentage in the league. Summerall shoots long. Again, they find Robinson. Won't shoot from there. Fires it across McLeod. Drives around the circle beautifully.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit stuck. Both shooters like to be close to the post, but they're persistent. They keep working it around.
We've got the rotation thing happening, just waiting for it to open up for them. And we've got a timeout. Timeout Wildcats at 11-8 in the first quarter, 3:46 to play. Bit early there, you think? Coach Anna?
No, I think that's fair. 3 down, but the momentum seems to be with the Tigers, particularly in the defensive end. I think the shooters are a little bit rocked. I've had a few nervous shots just falling short. I'd say that's the defensive pressure.
Well, we'll listen in to see what Megan says. Megan Lynch, the coach. At the moment, we've got no sound.
All right, so girls, once we calm ourselves down and we take that ball and we turn, and we're up tall and we've got strong hands, it changes everything. When we're all floppy and we're leaning over and they're coming in with us, nothing's happening. They're getting hands in. Stand up tall, be strong, and pull that ball in. Yeah? Where are you? Up and up. As soon as you move around, it works every time, yeah? Just be mindful when you take and turn and go, oh no, and go again. It is coming. So listen for who's on the transverse line, but know that that one at the front is opening up. Britt and now Court on the circle edge, we're letting them just run at the ball. We've got to get onto the not too ball side and push them non-ball side. So in the round.
So welcome back, and there you go. Wise words from Megan Lynch. Wants them a bit stronger with the ball. That was the big thing that come out of that. She reckons they're getting the balls knocked out of their hands. Wants them to be stronger and be a bit more upright, from what I gather from that timeout. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair comment, particularly in the shooting end for the Wildcats. Just a lot more strength, holding your body tight. That's a breaking call, I believe, there from the Wildcats. It's definitely not the
Straight
start.
out of the timeout.
Yeah, they would have wanted.
That hurts. So Tigers in possession. Yeah, like obviously not happy with the ball control. That's what I sort of gathered from that. What about you?
No, yeah, completely. I think just pulling it in a lot stronger.
We'll see how they respond. Well, Summerall with it now. She'll pull it in stronger. And shoots beautifully, that lovely high shot. 12-8. They lead it by 4. We've got 3:15 to play. There's kind of 5 jobs to do today. They've got to win all 4 quarters in the match. So job number 1 is underway. And they're 4 goals to the positive in respect to that. So they've got to play like 4 games within a game. Every quarter is really vital for the Tigers.
Yeah, the bonus points certainly make things really hard for each team every quarter. There's constant pressure.
So loose pass here, not kept in by the Tigers. Jaffa tried. So we're back with Wildcats. Looks like Rennie's come on at keeper. There's been a change. Mulherron has gone to goal defence. And Brittany Mould is still at wing defence for them. Yes, she is. So just that change there, and now they look in, they can't find it. Mould with it now, he's got the arm. Cox doesn't throw it. Bingham doing a ton of work again. Yeah,
she's really in everything right now. I guess the only risk of that is how long you can sustain that for.
Yeah, that's true. She plays at a very high cadence, runs extremely fast regularly, so I reckon her heart rate would be pretty high. So big test of her fitness. Oh, Mould accidentally cops one. Every second pass seems to be going through Bingham at the moment. Perhaps should be wing attack maybe. Make the change.
Potentially. Her shooting is really great though. So
yeah, true that. And she drives around the circle well, opens it up for Brianna Gregory. So probably it's the old story, the weakness, strength, a strength and a weakness. So back with the Wildcats now. They look in. Oh, this time picked off by Childs.
Oh, Lynette Childs has been doing so well in that goalkeeper position. From the both of them, so much pressure in that circle.
Ball now with McLeod. Tigers need the goal here to make the quarter safe. They lead it by 3 with 1.5 minutes to go. 4 with 1.5 minutes to go is doable, but hard when you get 2 centre passes the other way. So Gaffer with it, finds Robinson, been impressive. Contact here on Donnelly.
Ali McLeod, like I said, she just finds the body and rolls off it.
Massive pass across. Robinson straight to the pocket. Again, they're struggling to get it in. This time the contact is on Baird. Baird on McLeod.
Yeah, McLeod just really stood her ground there. Didn't move her feet, forcing Baird to contact. Great shot there from Somerville.
It's a nice high shot. It took a while to come, and that probably helped the Tigers in many ways. It means they now lead the quarter by 13-9. And this should be enough for job number 1 of 5 to be completed for this one. Robinson puts the cherry on top. So, hasn't been good from the timeout. It was 11-8 was when the timeout was taken. Wildcats have only scored once since then. Contact here. They fire it in, look long. Oh, Gregory gets it well.
It was certainly a risky pass, but it paid... No, unfortunately it hasn't paid off. It was a great pass though. The Wildcats just need to finish it off.
So Pelly passes a shot after the buzzer here to Bingham. She misses the shot and it doesn't go in even on the second attempt. So ball with the Wildcats. They called a timeout. They're 11-8 down, and since then it's been 3-1 to the Tigers. Margin of 5. That's a great first quarter. We'll see what happens when we come back after these very short brief messages.
It's a real local operation here at Franklin. That's why we've been around so long. A lot of our staff have been here for 20, 25 years. We make so many things ourselves so we can really look after you in price. Steve makes awnings, Ray makes roller blinds, Lockie makes security screens, Nick measures and quotes. Is that everything? And Kevin makes tea. Frankly, only Franklin will do.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
Welcome back, HART Sapphire Series 2021. It's our Sunday session coming to you live from Nissan Arena, round 12. Only 2 rounds to go. My name's Dave Mills, joining commentary by Hannah Davies. Hannah, what a great match we've got on there. Carina Leeds Club Tigers, needing to win all quarters and the match, and they're doing it okay at the moment. 14-9.
Look, it's all Tigers for me right now, particularly in the defensive end. They're doing really well. The child sisters, Rihanna and Lynette, are always a dynamic combo. But also in the shooting end, Tash Robinson and Amy Somerville, we don't see them together too often. It's kind of been like half-half as Abigail Latu-Mearfield has missed a few games. She is on the bench today, so I would expect to see her at some point in the match.
She's still wearing the training shirt, so it doesn't look like it's going to be this quarter, and probably why would you change it? They've scored 14, they're looking good. Don't forget, I want to thank our sponsors. HART Sports is the major principal sponsor. Legassic Jewelers, Mizuno, Mount Franklin and Powerade are our major partners. Bondi Vite and Stratford are the official ones, the official partners. All the games are brought to you by Double Take Sport, the best in the business. So 30 seconds to go. Doesn't look like there's any changes that I can see. How about you? What do you got stats-wise?
Shooting accuracy has been pretty good for the Tigers, 74%. Wildcats probably do need to lift a little bit. There's been a lot of pressure on both shooters, I think. Pretty good from both. Bingham predominantly been a feeding role. She's doing a lot of heavy feeding work, but that potentially could be tiring her out, as she is only 2 from 4. So her strength right now is the movement, but perhaps it's running her tight a little bit.
So I was completely wrong. Whilst Mearfowl was in the training shirt, she must have taken it off, because that's her shooting the ball right now, Abigail Latu-Mearfowl, and she misses her first, which she quite often does, and then goes on a big string of successful shots after that. And she pickpockets that one.
Great intercept there. Unfortunately, just out of
bounced
court.
out. Yeah, that was beautifully done. So ball back with the Wildcats. 14-9 is the quarter time score. So we'll keep an eye on that. Remembering, Tigers, they've got to win everything today. So Wildcats trying hard. Any changes for the Wildcats that you can see? Looks like Mulherron's come to GD. Rennie, no, that was done before. No, it doesn't mean to be any changes at quarter time from what I can see. How about you?
No, you've nailed it. Mulherron to GD, but the attacking end is looking pretty similar. But in centre, feeds off. So we've got a Donnelly wing attack.
Donnelly to wing attack. Man, Baird to centre, that might have been the only change. Courtney Baird and Donnelly swap positions. So still with the Wildcats now. It's been a loose start. We've played a minute and a half, no goals this stage. And there's Gregory on the base. Nice elevated pass into her. And she gets the first goal of the second quarter. So Wildcats lead it by 1. This quarter, that is. Match down by 4. Tigers, somehow they keep it alive. It hits Rennie. Oh, doesn't go out. She chases down well.
Yeah, it's a throw in back
throw
down
in
there.
in mid-court. Well, that was wasted energy, wasn't it? I got all excited there for nothing. So ball back with, that is Bingham.
Over to Donnelly, who gets it to Bingham. Oh, and there's Gregory under the post. So that's the focus I'd be making. If Bingham's going to be the feeder and move it around, you need Gregory to be on the ball, and she is so far in the second quarter.
The good thing about Bingham is, like, when she makes a drive, she keeps going, so she does take a defender with her, and that opens it up quite often for Gregory.
Oh, that was a beautiful little move there from McLeod. Just drew her player out, and then slotted back in right on the circle.
Somerville with the nice drive. Long pass here, Wildcats. Oh, and we got an obstruction call. So, speaking of sponsors, Carina Leeds Club Tigers are the major sponsor. This is a home game for them. So they have been sponsors of that region for a very long time. Best palmies in town, they tell me. And we're great to have them on board. And Carina Leeds Club have been with Tigers since we started way back. I don't know what I say when, because I was coaching then. So way back in the day. So, of course, their other sponsors are Franklin. They're a gold sponsor. Oporto, B-Star, MBM, MBE, Ann Street, and Game Time Physiotherapy. So back with Tigers. They lead it by 3. Abigail Latu Mia foul. The former Firebird shoots left-handed, misses, but gets her own rebound.
Oh, such an athletic player. She is to pull that in, but also to get it to McLeod.
Baird and McLeod are going hard at it. The former teammates slugging it out at the moment.
Another attempt.
Passes off this time. And Amy Somerville, the former Swift and Firebird. There's a few former players out there, aren't there?
Yeah, and you can see in the replay there, just that athleticism to place it where she wanted it to go.
So back to 4. That was the quarter-time margin. Sorry, 5 was the quarter-time margin. I stand corrected. Now the Tigers pick it up. Loose pass there. Unable to be handled by Bingham. Oh, there's a contact on Mulherron. She goes down hard. Gets up smiling, the Scottish international. Heard a bit of a rumour she might be back in the Scottish side at the end of the year. Just a rumour. I hear these things.
There we go. What that would, of course, be for the World Cup next year?
I have no idea. I'm assuming with COVID, I'm not sure how it all works. But yeah, but if she went over there, she'd probably have to stay over there. It's not as easy to get back into the country.
Yeah,
as
I'm unsure.
People are finding at the moment.
It's supposed to be next year. Or is that, no, that's Commonwealth Games next year.
Com Games, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe the qualifying games for the Com Games.
Yeah.
Just heard a rumour, that's all it was. So, wait and see. That'd be pretty cool, have a Scottish international in our comp.
Oh, we should have a few
current
internationals.
One. Oh, we do, yeah. We've got of course, QT. We've got brilliant work here by no, that's Gaffer. And Tigers, great transition after the intercept. And just like that, they've blown it out. They lead it by 7. So they've turned a 2-goal deficit this quarter into a 2-goal lead. So Tigers doing it all at the moment.
Yeah, still dominating in the quarter scores. So 5-3 to the Tigers. Soon to be 6.
Oh, you nearly put the mocker. The old commentator's curse. So 20-12, margin's 8.
So Gaia returns to the court in wing defence.
And looks like there could be some more changes. Looks like Brittany Moulds put the centre bib on. There might be a change there shortly. Oh, close to a break. Donnelly put on the afterburners. Bingham finds Baird. Gregory, now she's out of the circle. Oh, loose pass from the hip. I do not like a hip pass. So, Baird with it now. We've got a contact call here inside. That's L. Childs out of play. Gregory saves it, and Bingham.
Great work there from Bingham to pull that in from Gregory.
The Wildcats are working on the narrowest of margins. Gregory's catching those balls about 1 inch off the baseline.
It's not going to be easy for the Tigers if they want to take out all quarters. That's, of course, a Mizuno momentum shift there for the Wildcats, but Tigers ball in hand. Gaffer looks into Mia Faust. She just holds that space so well. You can see there, it's a very New Zealand move there. She just lets the ball drop down.
It's called the Millsy Shuffle for a reason.
Oh, I don't know. I think Maria Folau may have coined that one before you, Millsy.
I was playing way before Maria Folau. Please. She probably saw one of my games on YouTube.
Oh, God.
So the ball back with the Tigers. True story. Vicky Wilson copied that off me. I tell everyone that story. So it's with Brianna Gregory now for the Wildcats. Shoots and scores. 14-21. Wildcats hanging tough. Tigers have put the foot to the metal. And they are playing at an up-tempo game. Probably the fastest I've seen them play this season. What about you?
Yeah, look, it's looking so great, especially in that circle. Latu Miafau just brings this just like flair to her play.
I spoke to their coach before the game, Aaron Burns, and I said, how's the week? She said, really, the lockdown was great for us. We relaxed. We forgot about netball. We had a Zoom strength and conditioning session, so they all turned their Zooms on and did whatever they do, picked up the heavy things, put them back down. And, so they said that they're in a really good headspace at the moment. So they know what the task ahead of them is tough, but they're up for it.
And it's really showing on court right now, particularly Latu Miafau is just standing out for me. I mean, this is some of the best netball I've seen from her for the whole season. Like that, it's entertaining. It's not just good netball, but it's fantastic to watch.
Watch that on the replay. Latu Miafau with the layup, a la Gretel Beretta.
Look at that, just the confidence. Mulheron's still got hands over it, but she just goes for it.
Could have been LeBron James playing there. That was brilliant. Oh, here we go again. Oh, I thought she was going to slam dunk it. So Abigail Latu Miafau gets the margin to 10. Tigers, what's the quarter time score there, Hannah?
No, it's 10-5, and I've got to say, it's all thanks to Latu Miafau. She is just dominating for the Tigers right now.
Turning it on at the moment. And Bingham trying to answer. Moult's going to centre. This usually gives them a bit more steadying sort of influence in there. Takes a bit of the pace out of it, but just makes the feeds a little bit more steady. We've got Geyer at WD, Mulheron at GD for them. So back with the Wildcats, still with Bingham. And we've got a contact call on Mould on the outside of the circle there.
Yeah,
off the ball.
Not what the Wildcats will be needing right now. They're down by 10.
Just doesn't look happy about the call either.
No.
So back now with the Tigers. They are just going for it at the moment. Baird finds Somerville. Somerville with the bib half off. Fires it across. Oh, Miafau looks in, and there, it was on, and she fires her eventually.
What a pass there to Somerville, who finishes that off so nicely.
How do you describe that pass? It was half bounce, half lob.
Yeah, it was, whatever it was awesome.
It worked. Margin's 11. Gaffer pulls that one in. Throwing it back now. Long pass. Nice open play by the Tigers at the moment. Where's this been all season?
That is exactly what I'm thinking. It's a no-goal, held ball.
A quick three, but a held ball nonetheless. Margin's still 11. We got 5:13 to play in the second. They lead the quarter by 6. So Wildcats. Oh, and Amy Somerville picked that one out of the air. They slow it down slightly now.
Yeah, it's great patience from the side to not throw it away. You can tell how cautious they are with every ball. But the skill execution is just phenomenal right now for them.
Somerville takes a ball under traffic. Struggling to get it into a shooting area at the moment. Baird finds Somerville, but we've got an obstruction call inside the circle. There it is, a quick pass. Somerville will shoot and misses, but she gets it back thanks to Latu Miafau with the rebound. This is pretty good to watch, isn't it, huh?
Oh, the Tigers are just turning it on right now. 12-5 this quarter. You can see on the bench there, they've got the quarter score on the sideline.
They do, on the big whiteboard.
Yeah, so they absolutely mean business here. They know that the quarters are what matter, not just the final score.
Shelley Rosenoff, the girl who always smiles, holding the board up there.
Oh, that's great from Lynette Childs. So fierce, and you can see the smiles from her teammates just cheering them on.
Oh, the baseline, pristine pass. She was just out of court. I think some of the shoelaces were over the side. And away we go again. Mould with it, no one to throw to. Has to go back to Mulherron, and Abigail doesn't get it this time. She's playing inspired netball today.
Oh, she certainly is. Something in her play today is just completely turned up.
So there's been a change in the shooting end for the Wildcats. Bingham's gone off, and Amaris Toya is on at GA. Bingham just cooling the heels on the bench at the moment. Back with Childs. She gets us going again. McLeod to throw a hanky over him at the moment. They're that close together, the Tigers. Oh, as McLeod hits the deck. Contact call. Hasn't been a goal for a little bit.
Latu Miafau again just holds her space. It's where she places her hips that really stands out for me. Mulherron just can't get around her without causing the contact.
27-14, margin 13. And at the moment, we are looking like a Tiger victory. But don't forget, they've got to win all the quarters, and that doesn't help. Mould with it, goes long, finds Donnelly. Donnelly in turn to Toya.
Yeah, it's so tricky because, you know, even if they ran themselves out this quarter to a huge lead and won, they've got to stay consistent across all 4 quarters. So I'd say we'll see some of the bench as well.
Well,
to
as
keep
you speak,
fresh legs.
Looks like there's been a change at centre. I think that's Lily Gray's come on. She's got the ball right there. Gray's come on for McLeod, who's having a breather.
Well, it seems that I'm perhaps right there and that they want to stay ahead, but it's the 4 quarters.
You've been right all day.
Stop it.
You just went like, oh, for the first time. Rubbish. You've called margins, you've picked winners. You sat on the fence of this one, you went Wildcats and Tigers and Wildcats and Tigers. But you're gone with the Tigers, and they're leading it by 13 at the moment. I said 27, I'm looking good.
Yeah, it's so exciting when you get to this time of the season because it's not quite finals, so it's not...
But it is for these guys.
It's almost like they're playing for more, really.
Absolutely.
Because to make finals is when you kind of can see the vision of making that final. But these are the games that really matter for teams like the Tigers, where they're in 6th position, but statistically they could still make it if they just put their heads down. You know, they've got specific goals to work for. It's each quarter, and you just can't drop a performance for 1 second.
Goal 28 to the Tigers. They lead this one by 14, and they lead the quarter by 9. And Abigail Latu-Miafau has given them a new energy. That's a bad centre pass, just gone to no one. No
Wildcats,
connection there at all.
Yeah, they weren't happy about it, but no one to blame, really.
It's funny you should talk about like there's so much to play for. I'm one of the few people that thinks preliminary finals are sometimes better than grand finals. So
yeah, there's more on the line. There's more fight. I mean, you can see in Latu Miafau particularly just how much she's giving to the game right now. Her and Somerville, 2 of the most experienced players in the competition, and just bringing it today. That's lucky.
You came off Wildcats last, according to the umpire, so Miafau gets it going off the post.
That's my favourite move.
Incorrect. She's not happy.
Grin on her face, though, but to me it looked like it was
We might see that on replay. We're not sure. It was close either way. Umpire called it as incorrect.
Yeah, I would love to see that on the replay to really make sure of it.
We're playing some Showtime Tiger Ball at the moment. It's they're throwing it around willy-nilly. I guess when you've got nothing to play for, well, they do have something to play for. They're playing for 4th.
Nothing to lose, perhaps.
Nothing to lose, yeah, that's a better way of going. And they're just throwing it around and seem to be enjoying their netball. So, long pass here to Gregory. She handles it just. Toya with it now. Back to Gregory. This time she can't handle it and falls out of court. And Tigers back with it. We got 3 seconds to go. And that will be all she wrote. A super impressive first half to the Tigers. They win it 16-5 the second quarter. They lead 30 points to 14. And Tigers are with a job to do, but they're doing it at the moment. Hannah Davies.
Yeah, look, it's all Tiger Town right now. Just phenomenal performances across the court. I started the game saying that the Child Sisters defense would bring it for me, and then all of a sudden, the shooting circle just turned something on. McLeod is being really consistent there in centre, just holding ball. It's a really cautious, measured side that I'm seeing.
It is indeed. So second half, Tigers, they've got to start again. Can they do it? We'll find out when we come back after these very brief messages.
Hey Netty fans, Netball Queensland is seeking your support for our Diamond Spirit program in 2021. This program is absolutely amazing because it provides opportunities for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students in the most remote and regional communities in Queensland. Every dollar that is raised will go towards the leadership programs and also providing the opportunity for people in those most remote communities in Queensland to play the sport that we absolutely love. Your donation will make a huge impact on the lives of our Diamond Spirits girls, simply giving them the opportunity to follow their dreams. So, to donate today, jump on the website or make sure you make a donation when you register for Netty in 2021. And don't forget, if your donation is greater than $2, it will be tax deductible.
There was this one time, like, I just full on breakdown and I was like, I hate this so much. Like, why did this happen to me and everything? And my dad was like, oh, like, you can just try and get your knee better. You don't have to get back into netball. But I was like, oh, but this is the only thing I have.
Welcome back, HART Sapphire Series 2021. It's around 12. Game 3 of our Sunday session. You've seen some highlights there of the Tigers and the Wildcats. Tigers doing it all at the moment. We set the equation at the start. They've got to win the match. They're doing it well at the moment, 30-14. My name's Dave Davies, joins me in commentary. Hannah, it's been, as you said before the break, Tiger Town today.
Yeah, it certainly has been. We just saw a few replays there. Tash Robinson's in the mix. So they've won the first quarter with Tash and Shooter and then just smashed the second quarter with Abigail Latu-Mifau coming on. So plenty of strength on the bench. We saw Lily Gray come on. So right now it's looking like Tigers win. So
earlier in the rounds today, Mendy Rays took on the QUT side, QUT 68, Rays 37. Cougars in the 1v3 grand final replay. Cougars 66 took care of the Jets 52. That leaves a table of Cougars sitting pretty on 195, QUT 176, Jets 154. We think those three are set. In fact, they are set. They'll make the top three. Then it gets interesting. Thunder and Bull Sharks, they play next. They're on 90 and 88. Tigers are on 63. If they win all 4 quarters, they'll get 18 points. Check my maths here, Hannah. 73 plus 18, or 63 plus 18, that's 81. So they'll only be 7 points behind the Bond University Bull Sharks coming into that last game today. So depending on the result there, they could be just outside the 4. So pretty exciting times for our competition. Next week, of course, that's when some big matches come up again. And none bigger than the Bond Cougars versus QUT at 3 p.m. next Sunday. That should be a great game. Just before then, Bond University Bull Sharks probably will be in a must-win game for them as well against the Jets. That's at 1. On the Saturday, we've got Thunder and Tigers, Wildcats and Mendy Rays. Thunder and Tigers, that's another game. If Tigers win that, Rays lose. Oh, it's getting exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so many different ways it could go. I feel like, especially with the injuries and the ins and outs we're having, some players in some weeks and next minute they're out. Like, it's so hard to know what team's going to show up on the day, and not even what team, but what kind of performance they're going to bring. I mean, today, to me, this is the best I've seen the Tigers play.
We said during the commentary, where has that been all season? They playing with energy. They seem to have a driven goal, and they are playing accordingly. But tell us what you think. HART Sapphire Series Facebook page. Join us. Give us an opinion. Sapphire Series Netball is the Instagram account. And for all the news, views, interviews, sapphireseries.com.au. And of course, you can watch any of the games back on the Sapphire Series YouTube channel, which has thousands and thousands of videos on there and thousands of views. You can listen to Hannah and I to your heart's content. So, second half, all to do for the Wildcats. What do you reckon they're going to come out with?
Look, I think it's going to be tough for the Tigers, actually, because they need all quarters, and I wouldn't discount the Wildcats at all to win a couple quarters. do think the Tigers have got the game, but in terms of quarters and bonus points, the Wildcats have every reason to win a few.
You could see him stealing one of the quarters, couldn't you? Just to make it a bit difficult for the Tigers. Margin of 16. They could even steal a match. Like if the Tigers can score 16 on them, why can't the Wildcats score 16 on the Tigers? It's always been my mentality. If one team does it to you, why can't you do it straight back? But McLeod will have something to say with that. She fires it across to Somerville.
Ooh.
And
Latu Mirfal's come down. She's gotten up, so the pass is legal.
She switched to shooter by the looks of it, yeah? Yeah, Somerville to GA?
I believe that was the existing combination.
I thought it was the other way around. My apologies. So nice shot there by Somerville. And Latu Mirfal grabs. Is she all right there? She's looking at her knee. She wants. No, I think she wants the sponge.
Just
Here comes the sponge.
The towel.
The towel. It's my second pet hate.
Of course, we've got the Carina Leagues Club Tigers ball girls on towel duty today. The little tiger ears, very cute.
Some of the clubs from the region played a game at half-time there, a shootout game. Of course, Redlands and Metro and a few other regions, Wynnum are in that region. So back with the Wildcats.
So Bingham's gone to goal shooter and Gregory out to goal attack. To me, that's really interesting because what we were seeing in the first quarter was that Bingham is your playmaker. She's the one moving the ball around. Gregory, on the other hand, 13 from 15. So she's the one that's putting the ball in the hoop. Interesting to bring her out to goal attack.
So heavy contact there, Mulherron on Somerville. Yeah, you're right. Unusual move. She hasn't played a lot of shooter there, but no, coach knows more than we do. Knows the side better than us. So we'll see how they respond. So 32-15 at the moment.
Of course, Tash Robinson is back on in goal attack. So another new combination for the. Oh, sorry, but Somerville has stayed on goal shooter. So the original shooting combination.
So Latu Mirfal to the bench. Hoping it's not an injury. She's actually gone straight to the physio's table in the left-hand corner there. So I hope that we thought it was pretty innocuous, that little bump she took. Maybe it was a little bit more than that.
Potentially just a rolled ankle or a bit of a strain.
I'm looking. I can't see the physio. Yeah, it looks like they're strapping the right ankle. Looks like he's doing it, if I can see in the area. Maybe we can get a shot a bit later. So back with the Tigers now. So they lead the quarter 3-1. Gaffer draws a foul on Mould.
Oh, great pass there from Somerville and beautiful movement there from Robinson.
Robinson shoots.
So the Tigers are really showing that they can do it with any combination. Just got to get the goal in.
So Robinson's a little bit off today. She's normally a little bit higher percentage, only at 64 at the moment, 7 from 11. She's got the number 2 percentage in the league. Coming to this one, she's scored more than 50 goals at 89%. And Baird will get us going again for the Wildcats. So if you look at Bingham, she's sort of still playing like a goal attack at the moment.
Oh,
the Child Sisters, they chase it, and Mulga. So, and
I love that you're referring to them as they both chased it. That would have been Rihanna there, of course, chasing that one down.
I've made no secret I struggle with the Child Sisters. And I had a bit of trouble with the Fitzpatrick Sisters this morning as well.
It does appear that way.
They need bigger initials, bigger names on the back. So back with Baird now. No trouble with that one. Or Bingham. I don't get the Bingham sisters mixed up. They play in different teams, so that kind of helps.
Yes.
So Wildcats turn it over again. It's 33-15. The margin is 18. 3-1 at the moment. We're going to give you the quarter time scores for all the Tiger fans watching, and there's a bunch of you. And we appreciate your support every week. Viewers numbers going up every week. So the more we have, the more sponsors we get, the more we get paid, Hannah.
That's one way to look at it.
You could always look at it from a positive. So Foster Somerville, she shoots with that lovely style. 34-15, 19 the margin. Wildcats not playing badly. Tigers just very impressive. They're contesting every ball like that, and that came off Wildcats last, but we've got an offside call first, I feel. Yeah, it is. Now they have it again, the Wildcats. Bingham, the 1-2, doesn't get it back, but it goes to Gregory. That was a nice play by the Wildcats. Oh, Gregory misses, but gets the obstruction. So
that's Gregory's 14th goal there. 88%, so that's strong from her.
So wing defence, Fallon's now on at wing defence for the Wildcats. And that was too easy. Robinson used her speed to burn. The pink shoes burnt the floor. And margin back to 19. So
So this quarter...
Childs with the intercept. That's L. Childs. Well, no, there you go. I picked it. You're welcome.
So Tigers do lead 5-2. So they are ahead, but probably not quite ahead to be out of the danger zone yet, particularly with Mulherron about to take this throw in.
Loose pass there from McLeod. And Robinson gets the ball back and gets the call as well. And now Mulherron's out 2-on-1 in the circle.
That's great work from Tash Robinson there. Oh, but a 2-on-1. And Kaya gets a hand on it. A great effort.
So Goa with it. Out of play. It'll fall to Robinson. Setting up for a triangle offense. There it is to Somerville. Not on this time. They've got to go back again. And Somerville refeeds beautifully.
Yeah, definite contact there on the landing, which makes things easier for Somerville.
Out to 20. We've got 9:54 to play. And the quarter time score is 6-2, Hannah. 6-2. Difference of 4. Oh, Robinson gets hit in the air. Accidental clash of bodies. That was Guy on Robinson. She's getting up slowly. Sucks in the big ones. And gets the shot.
So that's Robinson's 9th shot. Somerville's taken 17. So Somerville bearing the brunt of the shooting today in the Tigers. But she's been backed by 2 excellent shooters.
Gregory with it. Has to go back to Mould. Brittany Mould fires it across, finds Baird, and it opens up for Gregory. And McCall goes against Gregory on the contact, shooter contact.
To me, it looked like Lynette was almost holding her a little bit, but umpire feels differently.
So, loose pass here. This time it's picked up by the Wildcats. Gregory a long way out, drives in. Ooh, that looked like a step to me. Gets the shot away anyway, so margin back to 20. How's the, let's talk turnover conversion. Is that good at the moment for either side? Oh, that's my favourite stat.
Look, it's sitting pretty average for the Tigers. So 64% is looking nice.
It's pretty good.
Unfortunately for the Wildcats, we're at 33%, so they're just not converting on their turnovers.
So they're creating a few, but just not getting them in the goal. They've created 15 turnovers, only scored off 5. That is not ideal. So there's Somerville leading by example today, the captain. And we've got a break. Oh, incorrect centre. Oh, that's coach killer number 2. The break is number 1. Not putting a foot completely in the centre circle is another one.
The other statistic to look at is the centre pass conversion. So Tigers are just doing everything right now. 93%, 27 from 29. So that's a great statistic there. Nothing to complain about. But for the Wildcats, they're only on 50%. So they're only getting half of their centre passes. I mean, it definitely makes it difficult for both sides of the court.
A lot to work on for the Wildcats. It's Tiger Town at the moment. Wasn't that the name of a TV series or something? It's a crazy one with some weirdo who used to breed tigers.
But I believe that's what they coined the Richmond Tigers.
There you go.
I've stolen that off them.
Richmond Tigers won a few premierships there. Struggling a bit this year, as did the Mighty Lions last night. Shock loss for them.
Yeah.
You're a Lions fan, aren't you?
I certainly am.
Yeah, that one hurt. Margin 23. And it's Tiger Town definitely at the moment. And Wildcats just don't seem to have an answer to this energy being shown by the Tigers. And again, we've got to question it. Where's it been all season? They haven't played with this enthusiasm. Look at the hustle there from Lynette Childs.
Yeah, she is doing so well in that goalkeeper position. She's really owning it over Bingham. Look, I've got to say, I feel like Bingham is strongest when she can run.
She's like a caged lion in there, isn't she?
Yeah. In that goal attack, we were even...
I nearly said caged tiger.
We were even theorising that she could play wing attack. So the move to goal shooter in this game, I'm unsure about it.
So turnover time here, and it goes the way of the Wildcats, so they get the ball back. 10-3 the quarter time score at the moment, 6:40 to play. The Wildcats could get there. They need to play a little better than what they are at the moment. And there she goes on the run there, Bingham.
Yeah, so when she's on the move, it's working, but a straight pass there, just straight over Gregory.
Do you think maybe they're trying to restrict her running because she runs a lot sideways maybe? They're maybe looking for a more lateral up and down the court as opposed to sideways? Do you think maybe that's the thinking?
Oh, potentially. Hard to say. I guess the only thing we can go off really is the score, and it's not working.
That's one way of putting it. So Robinson again, clash of bodies. This is the second time Guy got her this quarter. Puts the hand up. And nice juggled there by Somerville. Looked like a rodeo clown the way she handled that one. And 41-17. Tigers pulling away. I'm going to call. I think they've got this third quarter in the bag. There it is. There. Great fingertip control by Somerville. Are you going to call this quarter?
Oh, look, definitely. It's 11-3 to the Tigers, so I think 5 minutes to go. This one's there. We can see that Latu Mufel's back on the bench, so I'd say she'll be back in the fourth quarter, and that'll make 4 pretty great quarters from the Tigers. So the challenge is on the Wildcats right now.
Yep, come on, Tigers. That's the call from lots of fans like Pauline Smith, who joins us every week, and she's a big Tiger fan. And it looks like Shelley Rosenoff's about to come on. She's warmed up there. She's in front of the Bondi White sign.
And she's a great competitor on court, so that will only have an extra challenge.
I don't know how you can play against Shelley. She's always smiling as she pickpockets the ball off you. So,
oh, great work there.
There she is. She comes on. Straight away, she's smiling.
Awesome work from Bard there, and I believe that's the second turnover she's gotten for her side, so good to see when an attacker can get an intercept like that, and Gregory finished that one off nicely.
Wildcats get one back. They're centre next. And Baird doing a ton of work. Rosenoff, with the height over her. Probably doesn't have the speed to match it. And Amaris Toya's now on at goal shooter. Looks like Bingham's gone to the bench. She's on the bench. Oh, loose hands there. Both the child sisters are up high. And one of them gets a hand on it. I think that was Ree. It was over the top. And here we
can see that there. Sort of.
There's a lot of movement going on there at the moment. So, Wildcats now. They're on the fly.
Such a tricky call for the umpire, isn't it?
It is indeed. So,
almost being...
They got costed by volleyball players. So a goal here to the Wildcats. And let's just check that quarter time score. 12-6. It's tightening up a little bit. Was 11-3 when we last checked, but there's only 3:43 to play. Robinson with the shot now. Not saying the Tigers need it, but they want it and they get it. So 13-6 quarter time score, margin 23. Geez, that 27's looking a bit skinny actually the way they're playing. And again, it's with Wildcats. Oh, clash of bodies again.
Yeah, you did say 27 at the time. It seemed pretty unbelievable.
You thought I was ridiculous, didn't you?
But the Tigers are showing that they can do it.
So, well, I hope I'm wrong, because if it is 27, they're only going to win the last quarter by a few. So here's the shot, and Toya gets it.
So that's her third shot, 3 from 3. 100%. So that's great for her to come on and just be really strong under the circle there, particularly against the Childs. I think that's a great matchup there, though, with Lynette and Toya. They're both stronger builds, so perhaps Bingham just a little too slight for the strength of Lynette.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So possibly right. And you look at the shooting stats, only 2 from 4, 2 from 5. I'm not sure if she even had a shot at shooter in that one, Bingham, when she went to shooter. So just couldn't find her. She is, as you say, she is a very slight player. So maybe if we can get her at wing attack with Toya at goal attack and Gregory at shooter, that might work differently for the Wildcats.
Yeah, lots to theorise about, but I guess we'll see what Coach Megan Lynch decides to do.
We are great theorists. So back with Somerville. That shot. Is there a pretty shot in Napoli? Actually, Rika's. I love watching Rika shoot.
Yeah.
That's a pretty shot. So 45-21, margin 24. And yep, this quarter's done. It's 8 the difference. And it's Robinson. That was not meant for her.
I don't know if Somerville got a hand on it.
Might have been a little tap on, you reckon? Little flick on.
It almost looks like a short pass. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I'm not going to say that then. So back with Mould at the moment. Baird with it now, looks in, finds Gregory. So I reckon if you moved Baird to centre, Donnelly to wing attack, Toya at GA, Gregory at shooter. That might be the quarter. There's a momentum shift there for Mizuno.
Well, we've got 1 quarter to go, so we'll see what the Wildcats can pull out.
So long pass here, finds Gregory near the transverse line. Wildcats, of course, in the red and blue, going left to right of your screen. That's nice play.
Yeah, great work from Mould there. She finds that circle really well for her side.
So 23 the diff. Mould with it again. Oh, contact call here. Rosenoff has given away a few contact calls since she's come on. So
Yeah, 33 infringements for the Tigers, 36 for the Wildcats. So a pretty even game.
I thought you were going to say 33 infringements for Rosenoff. It's quick.
Not at all.
So, this time Gregory hits the deck.
Yeah, that's the second time Gregory's faced both Child's sisters. So good for her to get the contact. And
It's going to be an easier way to play netball, isn't it? Copping hit after hit. She scores there. 22 the diff.
yeah, you can see her put the tongue out. It's a really physical battle in that circle, particularly for Gregory. She's facing a lot of body on each go. And
Gray with the step there, sorry, yep. Yeah, you're exactly right. But the whole energy seems to have picked up in this last sort of 5 minutes or so. Wildcats are really having a dip now. There's Rosenoff again, another contact.
Oh, that is a great shot there from Gregory. And that's the confidence we just need to see from her. Just turn and shoot. So Wildcats sent a pass to take us into the fourth quarter.
What was the quarter time score there, Hannah?
16 Tigers to Wildcats 11. So that is 3 quarters for the Tigers so far. They're on track of their goal right now. They're certainly on track for the game, 46-25. But we've got 15 minutes to go to see whether they can really do it.
We do indeed. And will they do it, or will the Wildcats come back? We'll find out when we come back after these short messages.
Still the fourth quarter to go.
Welcome back, HART Sapphire Series. It's our Sunday session coming to you live from Nissan Arena. It's round 12. We're 2 weeks away from the finals. 2 rounds to go. My name's Dave Mills, joining commentary by Hannah Davies. Hannah, we've got the Tigers with it all to play. They're sitting in 6th place, taking on the Wildcats, and it's Tiger Town at the moment. They lead by 21, 46-25. What are your thoughts on the first 3 quarters?
Oh, it's been a cracking game so far. The Tigers, they've come here with the goal and they're achieving it. You can see what this game means to them. They've got the whiteboard on the team bench, and they're just ticking off goals. First quarter, they won by 5. Second quarter, 16-5, and the third quarter, 16-11. So
5-11-5 in the margins. Yeah, that gives them their 21 lead. That's huge, isn't it? The second quarter was impressive. And Abigail Latu-Miafan went nuts in the second quarter.
Oh my goodness, I am so hoping she's taking court again. She certainly is in goal shooter, because she just brings a whole other level of flair. And you know what, I would accredit a little bit of that to her time in New Zealand. I feel like the
Bring a bit of Kiwi ball to the game.
Yeah, I certainly think so, and I love watching the Kiwis play, so you can tell she's worked with some of the best. And her and Somerville are just such a poised duo.
So Somerville, the captain, what's her stats like? She's taken a lot of shots today.
Yeah, she's 22 from 25 at 88%, which is really good, especially from the captain. To get that volume in goal attack as well is not as seen. Gregory on the other side of the court is bearing the brunt for the Wildcats. She's 19 from 23, so also really good stats from her. Gregory is sitting in goal attack right now. This is sort of the combination you were asking for, Millsy, with Gregory and Toya working together.
I had it the other way around though. I had Toya at goal attack, Gregory at shooter. I think she's a nice target. But they've still got Mould at centre, and is that? Just trying to see. Is that Baird at the
Baird at wing attack? Certainly is.
I'm calling for Donnelly at wing attack. I reckon that'd be great. Move Baird back one, Mould back one as well. So that would go pretty well. Because they got Donnelly at wing defence at the moment. She's more an attacker as well. How I see her as more an attacker than a defender. But like I say, we're not coaching the side.
No, certainly not. So here's Gregory. First shot of the fourth quarter. And that is a great shot. So seems to be her distance. She shot the last goal of the third quarter from about the same.
So just looking at the table at the moment, you'd think Tigers are going, well, they've won 3 quarters. If they win the match, they'll go to 79, which will put them 9 points behind Bull Sharks with a game to play, and 11 points behind Thunder with a game to play. And those 2 teams play at 4 o'clock. You're calling that one with Joel Wise. Should be a crackerjack match.
Yeah, it certainly be. So there's a lot on the line for those 3 teams: Thunder, Bull Sharks, and Tigers.
So back with Wildcats now. It's 2-2 this quarter. We'll keep you up to date. If you're a Tiger fan, we know you want the 2 points. We'll keep you up to date with the quarter time score. And at the moment, Wildcats lead at 3-2. So Tigers. Looks like a bit of energy has been sapped out. It was a bit chaotic there in the second and third quarters, but it's slowed down just a little bit now.
So Somerville will take the throw in here. Oh, sorry. It's a contact call against Donnelly. McLeod goes to Latu Mearfowl. First shot of the quarter for her, and she makes no mistake. So that's her 12th goal out of 14.
She missed the first 2, I think, so she's 12 straight. Well, she definitely missed the first one. I think she might have missed the second one as well. She's gone 12 straight since then. Bit of a slow starter, but boy, when she lights it up, she lights it up.
She certainly found her rhythm on court. Now fires it down to Latu Mearfowl. Gaffer.
Oh, loose pass. And taken off her by, that's Gaia.
Probably an early drive from Somerville there. Just came in a tad too early for the pass.
Courtney Baird on the absolute fly. Picked that one off, turned the afterjets on and fired it into Amaris Toya. Sorry, Toya, yeah, that's right. And she got the goal. Latu Mearfowl looks to reply and does. So Wildcats just leading it a little bit at the moment. And our iPad with the scores on it has died. We'll just hand that back to the statisticians. We seem to have had a dead battery. That's really unfortunate time for our stats board. We'll do the best we can. And back with the Wildcats now. And they missed the shot here. And it falls the way of the Tigers. So I think this will tie it up. If they score here, this will tie the quarter time score up. We're going to have to go to a manual system. That's never my strength.
That's a great drive there from Somerville.
So 51-29 at the moment. So what's that? That's a margin of 22. So we'll keep an eye on that. So the ball with the Tigers. Incorrect centre. That falls the way of the Childs. Gets us going. Is it just me, or has the game just calmed down all of a sudden?
I don't know. I'm not sensing calm. I'm sensing
panic.
Not panic, just fierce competitiveness.
So Latu Mearfowl, but it looks like the pace has gone out just a little bit. Like the Tigers are really clicking at a high rate. They seem to just slow down a little bit for me.
I'd say it's just perhaps fatigue.
Fatigue, yeah, could be where we are in the last quarter. So back with Baird, looks in, finds, a hand in there from Rechild. So Rosenoff gone to the bench, so she was just used to freshen up some legs.
So Bingham's back on here, in goal attack. So this could be an awesome combo here, Toya and Bingham. Bingham the playmaker, and Toya to put it up. So that's another one for Toya. She's been really accurate today.
Mould does brilliantly, picks that one off from the centre pass.
Yeah, great work from the captain there.
And we're back with the Wildcats doing what Tigers don't want them to do, eat into this lead.
So Gaffer offside. This has set it up a little bit easier for the Wildcats. Mould works it over to Bird.
Baird has been incredible today. She's sort of taken on the rock because Donnelly sat down a little bit. So Baird's been the pacemaker. Picked off beautifully.
Lynette Childs has just stood out in that goalkeeper position today. Unfortunately, her team can't convert, but she is just... Oh, there she goes again. That's 2 pickups in like a minute.
Bit of a hands in there from the mid-quarter.
And
that
there we go.
Certainly helped.
Yeah, Somerville to finish that off. So there she is, Lynette Childs. Her combination with Sister Ree has just been unstoppable.
McLeod did get a touch and gets another one
There
there.
we go. So Tigers' defense is just
going all right. Oh, they throw it away there.
Speaking of defence, though.
Lata Miafau threw it to Donnelly. That was a great intercept by her. And this is nice play by the Wildcats. Probably their best transitional play for the match.
Getting a little bit stuck in the circle.
Can they finish it off? It falls away at Bingham. She'll probably shoot from that range. And makes no mistake. So what could have been a goal the other way to the Tigers ends up a Wildcat one. And we've got a timeout. Timeout, I think it was the Tigers that called it. And we'll soon see as we come into the huddle. So our system has let us down just a little bit, and we believe that it's all even for this quarter at the moment. The iPad died at a really inopportune time, so let's listen in to see what the Tigers have to say. They're not saying much at all.
No, I can hear a lot of Shakira.
Well, if you can't listen to your coach, you may as well listen to Shakira. So,
Put that on a t-shirt.
if you can't listen to your coach, I'll make a coffee mug. And I can hear nothing. How about
Keep
you?
resetting, keep moving and attack. Yeah. Okay, calm. We got this. Right. You want to do it, Shelley? You can do it.
Okay. Tigers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Tigers!
So, we got the cheer, the 3-2-1 Tigers. So all I can say is the Tigers are going to come out firing with their motivational 3-2-1 cheer.
Yeah, I think we expected that somehow.
So margin's 22, and at the moment it is 7-6 the way of the Tigers. No, that's been crossed out. So we'll just find out what the three-quarter time score was.
It is 7-6 to the Tigers.
7-6 to the Tigers, righto, that's good news. So Tigers get us underway, so the Tigers fans will keep an eye on that. So 22, they're up by 1, so cool. So back with the Tigers now, they find Somerville. She's a goal attack.
Oh, good hustle there from Latu Miafau.
Too much hustle, the ball goes all the way back to the other end. Wildcats pick it up through Donnelly. She's had no one to throw to, eventually finds, sorry, that was Bingham, and eventually found Donnelly. And, oh, Toyle looking to shoot, doesn't want to shoot from that range. And the Child Sisters doing a great job in the circle, confusing the space, forcing a loose shot there, picked up by Bingham. And we're back to 21 the margin. So
that's 7-all here for this quarter.
7-all for the quarter, so...
Wildcats hoping to make it 8, but Lynette, another hand on it.
She's done well today, lots of hands on balls.
Yeah, she does an excellent job of stopping the pace of the ball. Just putting that seed of doubt in the mind of her shooters.
So Latu Miafau with it, looks in, nowhere to go, has to go back. Finds McLeod. McLeod fires it across. And she has it now with Gaffer. And loose passing again. This time it's still with the Tigers. Getting a bit scrappy for the Tigers at the moment. So, and this one here falls to Abigail Latu Miafau. She scores again. So, even for the quarter, but the Tigers lead it by 21. I think we can safely say the Tigers will win the match. That's a momentum shift for Mizuno.
Still 8-all though.
8 apiece. And, oh, Toya misses, and the ball might be a contact call on Bingham. They get going. Tigers with it, fast pace now. Oh, contact here called by on Donnelly. So we have a Tigers chance to go ahead in this quarter. Looking for one of the shooters. There it is. Oh, it's a loose pass, and Rennie picked that off well.
Rennie could see that from a mile away.
Hasn't played a lot this game so far, and that is beautiful transition by the Wildcats. That hurts the Tigers. But the missed shot there from Bingham. Tigers are relieved, all the fans across Brisbane. And we're still with the Tigers now. They must score here. They lead it by a 21. Abigail.
Latu Miafau.
And gets the goal. That's the one they wanted. That gives them the lead for the quarter by 1. 9-8. So, Miafau doing a great job. And that's a hell of a pass.
Yeah, the work between those two, McLeod and Latu Miafau, just beautiful. A miss.
Miss from Miafau.
So this gives Wildcats the opportunity to make it 9-all for the quarter.
I was lucky she caught that last pass. It would have broken her ribs. It was that fast. And
late contact from Gaffer, but they're not calling it. Play on, says the umpire.
Wildcats with it. Again, might be a bit of nerves. Just brilliant work there by...
Definite obstruction.
It's an obstruction.
Bingham's holding really strong there. Lets Toya move, but middies want to keep working it.
So we're on the outside of the circle here. McLeod out of play.
And we've got Fallon in centre here.
Fallon's gone to centre.
That's a lot of pressure for the last 5 minutes.
Toya shoots and scores. That gives the lead of the quarter. No, it evens it up at 9s. So Tigers need to stop here. We might have a contact call here. It's on Malga by the looks of it.
Crowd happy with that, but Tigers not.
So Tigers doing everything they can. Oh, again. That is a great intercept by Lynette Childs. Did I get that right?
You did.
You're welcome.
Actually, no, I think it was Rihanna. It was Darker.
No. It's killing me.
I looked away for a second.
So Mia Fowl gets another one. That puts the Tigers up by 1. This is an important goal. They need this one here. So Somerville with it. They're all in the same spot there. They literally, 4 players nearly ran into each other.
Yeah, Donnelly.
And again, they can't convert their own centre pass.
Yeah, this is such intense netball.
The ball was thrown at the feet of Malga. She'll take the intercept, but it really wasn't her.
It's scrappy desperation, isn't it?
Possession call here goes to Somerville. A bit of panic has crept into the Tiger side. Not by the score, it's just for the reflection of this quarter. So they need this goal. This will put them 2 up for the quarter. Play sensible netball, Tigers. Oh, Mia Fowl fumbles it, keeps it in somehow.
She's holding well. I think the ball just isn't going in the right position, given how close Rennie's sitting on her. But that's a great goal from Somerville. So Tigers lead by 2 for the quarter. They can take a breath. A little bit of distance should surely help them with scoreboard pressure.
3:40 to play. They lead it by 2, 11-9. They lead the match by plenty, 23. But, here again.
That's great hand there from Lynette.
Lynette Childs. And good stretch here. The shot from Bingham. Good for her, bad for Tigers. She gets one back. Just won the margin here.
Certainly is. Tigers, McLeod with the ball.
Getting a bit nervous for them.
I'm certainly nervous for them.
So the Tigers, they lead it by 22. You wouldn't think you'd be getting nervous when you're 22 up.
No, but that's what the bonus point can do to you.
It does. And loose pans here. It's the way of the Wildcats, I think. Yes, it is. It's a Wildcats ball.
Yeah, contacts against Rihanna Childs.
Childs is out. Fallon with it. Again, the pace to burn here, Baird with Bingham. Those two, that'll be a nice foot race. Well, Childs dives on the ball, as does Bingham. Okay, we're going to call time here and have a chat. No, we're bringing the sponge out. Here comes the sponge.
I think every player on court right now just needs to take a big, deep breath in.
There's one timeout left to go in there. Doesn't the Wildcats still got a timeout to use, I think?
Yeah, I believe so.
2:28. And we're in the last quarter. Shot there, goes in. That's like a dagger through a Tiger heart. And they're a threatened species, Tigers, so you shouldn't do that. So back with the Wildcats now. Look at the defensive pressure now. Everyone from the Tigers is hands over. They don't need to obstruct, though. Just keep it clean. And again, another contact call here, this time on Gray.
Yeah, if the Tigers can just stay in play, they'll give themselves every opportunity.
Bingham with the shot. That hurts again.
So that's 12-11 this quarter to the Wildcats. So with 2.5 minutes left, the Tigers need to convert this one.
So Donnelly's out of play. Gray will get it going again. Somerville swings it. That was nice play. That was Tiger ball for the first 3 quarters. Latu Miafau scores again, ties up the quarter time score at 12s. And away we go. Donnelly, Wildcats. They're actually playing the best netball of the game right now.
Both teams are just bringing their absolute all.
So obstruction call here on L. Childs. Ree can't stop it. They get another one. Wildcats get goal number 38. And we have a margin of 20. 22 is the magic number. That's what the Tigers want. Oh, loose hands here. Rennie gets a touch on it. We're inside 1:16, 1:15 to go. It's with the Tigers. Must score here and get a stop. So no fancy footwork off the post this time. But to Mia Fowl.
Beautiful shot there. So 13 all. This quarter is just so even.
It is indeed. 13 all. Doesn't get any closer. This could be it. Oh, the Tigers get it.
Lynette again. She's just so alert on every ball.
They score here. It's Tigers next. Tigers centre next. This is important. Gray with it now. Looks in, finds Latu Meerfeld. No need to panic. They've got 36 seconds to score this goal. They go to Somerville. Oh, the 1-2. Somerville gets it in closer. No, she doesn't throw it, Meerfeld.
Yeah.
Patience.
Our clock has stopped, but it's 25 seconds to go.
This is huge. Somerville drains it. She keeps the season alive. They lead it by 1. Tigers need to just hang on. They don't even need to score. Inside 13 seconds. Oh, I thought there was an intercept, but Meerfeld came through and picked it off. This for the sealer. Oh, it rings out. There's 5 seconds. Probably need to foul it, and they throw it away.
Oh, that is unfortunate for the Wildcats, but, well, Tiger Town it was today.
So the Tigers breathe a massive sigh of relief. They win the last quarter by 1, Hannah Davies?
Yeah, 13-14 to the Tigers. So that is the full package today for the Tigers. They get the win, 60-38. That's a huge win in itself. But to get all the bonus points is just spectacular for them. I think that's the best game of the season for them.
Tigers, they had a job to do. They had 5 jobs to do. They had to win all 4 and the match, and they did it 5 from 5. 18 competition points to them. Makes them 81, just 7 behind the Bull Sharks and just 9 behind the Thunder. They play next. You're calling that one just before 4. We'll be on air with that one. But that was a pretty entertaining game. Best for the Wildcats?
Oh, best for the Wildcats, I've got to say Bed. She really stepped up for me when she needed to and was just so consistent throughout the game.
I actually cannot argue with it at all. She was brilliant today. Big fan of Bingham, as you know, but Baird was sensational. Played pretty much the whole match and speed to burn. Let's talk Tigers. Who do you reckon for them?
Oh, look, it's got to be Lynette Childs for me. Played 60 minutes and just 60 minutes of some of the best netball I've seen her play this season. I just thought she was just so fierce in that circle. Whether she was on the ball or not, the pressure she created, and mental pressure too, to have a few different shooters move around, and her connection with her sister Ree, and of course Alice Monga backing them up in wing defence. That little trio were just so good today, and of course Abigail Meerfeld-Latu was just amazing as usual.
Indeed, it was a real effort by the Tigers, emphasising that last quarter when things got tight. They dug deep, they get the win, they win it by 22, they pick up 18 competition points. That wraps up game 3 of 4 today. Earlier, the Rays lost to the QUT side. The Cougars Cougars beat USQ Jets, and in that one we just saw the Tigers by 22 over the Wildcats. We'd like to thank our sponsors. HART Sports are the principal sponsor. Legassic Jeweller, Mizuno, Mount Franklin and Powerade are your major partners. And of course, don't forget Bond, Vite and Strapit are our official partners as well. The broadcaster is, of course, Gina and the team at Double Take Sports. When I say team, it's Gina, Jolie and Caitlin. They do a great job. I've been with them all season and been happy to work with them. They are the best in the business. Don't forget, one game to come. You're calling it with Joel Wise. It, in many ways, could be the match of the round. It's the winner of that goes a long way to sealing 4th place. That is, of course, USC Thunder taking on the Bond University Bull Sharks. 5 minutes to 4, we're on air. Looking forward to listening to the call of that one. Hannah, thank you again for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
My name's Dave Mills, and as always, it's bye for now, and as always, be brilliant people.